Hello, how you doing?
I have a really cool board game.
The Legend of Zelda.
1988, 26-year-old game you're holding there.
Just like Zelda, the Nintendo game. Yeah, Zelda was a classic. I mean, I can remember my dad had to take the Nintendo controller to bed with him so that I would go to sleep.
I have a hobby. I go to auctions and buy storage units, and it happened to be in there, and I only paid $5 for the whole unit. And then I just pulled it out the other day and realized, wow, it's worth a lot of money.
The Legend of Zelda is now an exciting board game. Sweet. When Zelda first came out as a video game, it was released on Nintendo in 1987. And as a role-playing game, it was ahead of its time. You really feel like Link when you're going through the forest, collecting magic potions and killing dragons and trying to save the princess, you know? So how much did you want to get?
$3,000.
All right.
I know that online they're selling for $3,000 if they're completely sealed. And you can tell it's never been opened.
Well, I actually think it has been opened before. This is a horrible job. You can just feel it and tell that's not factory. That's not straight.
Okay.
It's got a open and seal right here, which is the size of a heat gun, which happens when you're sealing these up with the heat gun and you move it over here and it burns a hole in it real fast.
I understand.
Because it has been opened, I think I would really be a buyer at like $100 would be what I'd be willing to pay for it.
I'll go to 500.
I think it's worth about maybe 250 if all the pieces in there look really nice and clean. So $100 is really gonna be my limit.
$100?
So
Thank
I'll
you.
meet you right around the corner.
Okay, thank you. $100 for a $5 shake. Can't beat that.
What's going on there, my man?
Hey, what's up?
Back again. Good to see you. And I bring you the sword from Zelda.
It doesn't look like Excalibur that was pulled out of a stone. It looks like it was in a pile of rocks.
Actually, got pulled out of the rock. It's just been sitting there waiting for you.
This was under a pile of rocks. Wasn't it pulled out of the rock? This was in a pile of rocks.
I have a very old, what I believe is a Moorish sword from the 17th century that was found in a cave in England. I'm looking to hopefully get $200 out of it. If Rick and I are able to make a deal, I'm gonna take that money and put it into fixing my car and keep it on the road.
Pretty cool.
My dad found this at a yard sale.
Okay.
But what's cool is there's some old tag here. It says it's a Moorish sword found in a cave in England in the 17th century.
I mean, there was a lot of cool swords back then. You know, like Damascus steel. I know why they call it Damascus steel.
No, what's that?
Everyone knew that Damascus steel blades were like so great. And it wasn't really because they made great swords or anything like that. It was just the local iron just had naturally occurring nickel in it. So they had nickel steel like 3,000 years before anyone else had nickel steel. So this thing is just in amazing condition. Some people would call this patina. I call this rust.
You know, just clean up a little bit. You can cut your vegetables, watermelon, potatoes. Yeah, you know, whatever.
Okay, so how much do you want for this beauty?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe $200.
Let me call up someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
Okay.
I got a friend in town, and he will hopefully know about this. I just don't know a lot about Middle Eastern swords, and apparently...
You don't know, I don't know. Let's get the expert in here and see if we can figure this out.
Okay, I'm gonna go give him a call.
All right.
And he's probably gonna tell us it's worthless. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
If it was anybody else, I would just say forget it. But over the years, I've made a lot of money off Spencer, a lot more than he's cost me. So, what the heck? Let's give this thing a shot. Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Haven't seen you for a while.
So Spencer's a friend of mine, and he bought this sword, and we don't know anything about it. I mean, you can tell it's Middle Eastern, and that's all I know about it.
Can I take a look at it, Rick?
Sure. Well, you seem highly interested.
Yeah, the silence makes me wonder here a little bit.
Well, I gotta say, it's definitely a pulwar from Afghanistan. It was a one-handed sword, could be either hand, and This end piece was created so that it wouldn't slip out of the hand while wielding it. And the curve is in the first third of the sword. The reason for that is because this was a horseback sword. The warrior would be riding the horse and slicing the enemy or the other horses or whatever from horseback, and they didn't want it to slide out of the hand. The reason it has these curved end pieces is because the warrior would catch another sword in this curved guard and then break it with one hand while riding horses.
Okay.
The fact that it has the grooves, it denotes that it's a little bit of a higher end piece. The grooves were put in a sword to lighten up the sword. And if you'll notice, they're grooved in and this top is wider, so it's for strength while cutting.
Okay, so when was it made?
The 17th century. It's a neat piece.
Okay, so what's it worth?
As is 500 bucks maybe. But actually, if I restore this for you, it'll be worth on the outside $5 grand.
And how much to restore it?
1,500 bucks.
Okay. Thanks, man. I'll let you know.
Thanks a lot. Good to see you.
All right.
All right, well, let me go get you 200 bucks, dude.
$200, not gonna happen. $450.
Well, there's not a lot of money to be made here, dude.
I know I gotta leave you
All
a
right,
little
all
room.
right, 250.
$350. I'm already cutting that low. Come on.
All right, 300 bucks.
All right, you better hook me up on the next one, man. 300. All right.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like you hook me up all the time. All right, I'll meet you over there, dude.
All right, man. I'll see you over there. I only paid $15 for this piece, so I'm gonna walk out of here with a good profit. In the end, I can't wait to see what this sword looks like fully restored.
What'd you buy now?
What?
I don't know, this came in the mail for you?
I don't know. I get lots of things in the mail. Oh, it's my sword.
You bought a new sword? Were you going hunting with it with your hat and everything, or?
It's a 300-year-old Afghan pulwar. I bought the thing off Spencer for 300 bucks, and then I paid Dave 1,500 bucks to restore it. It was nothing but a bucket of rust when I got it, and he brought it all back to perfect.
Well, it looks cool enough. We're 1,800 bucks into it. What's it worth?
It's worth 5,000 bucks. It's an amazing sword. It's got great history. And like I always tell you, all the value's in the story, and this just got a great story. It's literally over 300 years old, and now it looks like it's brand new.
I'm not complaining. It looks like you did a good job. I'm just more concerned about the hat. You going for like an Elmer Fudd thing or something, or?
I don't know. I thought the hat was cool. I bought it, all right?
Stop making those decisions yourself. But good job on the sword, Pops.